right. All right.
I'm kind of drinking on the air.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very monumental episode for our podcast and another monumental moment for our guest of honor. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 100th episode of From the Chair with Big Money Exchange. Tonight, we honor the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. 15,000 matches. And I will hold it right there.
Well, he's got to make an entrance. I mean,
you gotta wait.
Where'd he go?
15,000 seconds. 15,000 seconds. Hold on. It's a lucha time.
Come on, bro. He's on lucha time, huh?
Yes, sir. Those are the fun ones.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. 15,000, in my personal opinion, a future Hall of Famer, Mr. T-Rex. Now, T, we brought you on our 50th show. You snuck into our 51st show, and we asked you to come back for our 100th show to celebrate your milestone. However, you are a personal friend of everybody in this room, so there may be a few surprises up our sleeves for you, but we are here on our 100th episode to honor the man, the myth, the legend, the man who probably has done 15,000 matches. This is a milestone because I don't think any referee in modern history has done 15,000. So this is truly an honor. Thank you for joining us, sir. Why don't you introduce the panel? No? Okay. Anyways, we have Mike Munger on with us tonight, Lance Dean, Claudio, my host, who is a wrestling encyclopedia, who thinks he knows it all, but is going to get educated tonight, Mr. Nathan Noss, the man who bought this podcast and made it the podcast that it is today, Mr. Big Money, he's stuffing his face, Dodge.
I'm celebrating.
So I want to give the floor right now to either Claudio or Lance to tell your first memories of Mr. T-Rex. So whichever one of y'all want to go first is fine with us.
I'll let him go ahead.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and say some things. T-Rex, I met you when I came into BCW. I was just starting to train. I was getting out of the military, looking for a place to train. Got ripped off at a couple places, or actually one person ripped me off. And I was able to get redirected into BCW, and that's where I met T-Rex. T-Rex, like I said, he was a credible referee. He's actually had some matches under his belt before he even became a referee. If you know the old Sandy Bar days, old Portland wrestling stuff, that's kind of like the things he was remembered by. Tito Carrion, one of the guys that helped train him. And T-Rex will tell you to this day that he is one of the people that showed me how to do this leaping forearm that he likes to brag about. T-Rex knows about the leaping forearm. A couple times, he's seen me doing forearms, and I, wasn't laying them in the way I should have. And T-Rex showed me this leaping forearm, and like I said, I used it. It's been one of the moves in my arsenal now. I was a referee at one time, and T-Rex was very instrumental when I was refereeing, like teaching me kind of the ropes, how to circle up when you're refereeing, how to, communicate in the ring, make sure, the boards are okay, making sure that, the ring is safe for people before the match starts. There's a lot of things for being a referee that a lot of people don't quite understand or know. It's his job to know when somebody, has been rattled so bad that maybe they can't continue. So, Rex is somebody who I think, as a referee, other referees can learn from, even including Mike here, Mike is his new protege, learning here at CPW. So, Rex, I appreciate the time you had with me. I appreciate you teaching me the old school ways in the business. You had faith in me. You even told me one time that, not everybody makes it as a wrestler, and that maybe, I might make it as a referee, but, I made it as a referee to begin with. And then, with determination, training, and, learning from other people, I finally made it. But you were very motivational about me becoming somebody in the business. You didn't tell me that I couldn't do it or that I just needed to give up on it. When I was starting, you told me to keep going, and you told me, hey, this kid has something. So, I'm still a work in progress. I still have a long way to go in wrestling. But, Rex was very, very helpful for me. So.
Love you, Lance. So I want to say something to you personally. I remember when you were first starting, and I remember just how nervous you were, how much of a wreck you were as a person in general. Like, I just felt like you were the one guy that I could get through to that was going to listen eventually, and you have. And what I'm going to leave you with is what I'm going to leave almost a lot of people with. The only difference is I actually personally call you a friend of mine. Um, you did start as a ref. You started out,
Yeah.
kind of like you said, hitting your head a little bit, and we fixed that. We corralled that. We've done a lot, and I'm so proud of you now as a wrestler, my friend. Like, you've wowed me to the point that, like, I all I can say to you is I know your background. I know what you've came from. You've came from the military, and we've softened you a little bit, in a good way, not in a bad way. I've seen you grow. I've seen your family grow. Your kids are they're like my nephew and my nieces. And I swear to God, man, I want to see you 10 years from now. I want to see you in a show. I really do. I think you're at that level. I think you're to the point now where you you can start to lead. You can be what I was to you when I started. I want to give that to you. You need to start working with these guys and letting them know, look, like, guys like T-Rex and guys like that are legends. I want to give what I've been taught by him and whoever else, because I see it in you. You're a learner. You're never going to quit. You're never going to give up. I've seen you go through some good and some bad in this industry. I've seen people talk shit. I've seen all that. But the one thing I will say is I've always been and always will be the one guy you can still come to and ask anything. And I want you to know that. You're making me tear up, Lance. God damn it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, what else can I say about
Now
you,
you got
man?
to toughen up. Come on.
Well, next time,
Sandy Barr and Tito wouldn't tear up. Yeah, they
no,
would.
I'm not. I'm not tearing up. I said I'm starting to tear up. I tried to corral myself, but again, and those are big legacies and big shoes you're talking about. But when I do see you, I do have a gift for you when I see you here soon. There's something I want to give you personally, because I think you've worn the
Okay.
stripes and stuff. There's some stuff that I want to give to you. I'm not going to tell you on the air, but you're one of the guys that touched me. So
You gonna be at the next CPW? You're gonna be at the next CPW show, right?
no, I'm waiting on that for a little bit. I'm taking some time. I'm coming back. Grappling, I will be doing grappling, yes. But as far as everything else and that, I'm pretty much, like, wrestling wise, I'm done minus combat for now. But I want to take the summer and enjoy. I haven't gotten to do that in, God, 10 years. Watching my family grow and stuff like that. I don't want to get into all that, but like I said to you, watching your family grow, man. I've watched your youngest now go to your oldest now, but he was young then. I've watched him go from being a little kid now to like a T-Rex fan. So that's really cool. Like, and I want to thank you and your wife. You guys have been a blessing to me. And I want you to know that, and hopefully you'll give her the message.
Yeah, I'll make sure to let her know.
brother, don't quit. I'm going to give you some more advice. I love
Well,
your gimmick.
she's a big supporter of mine. I mean, she helps me a lot too.
And I'm going to give this guy a shout out. This is the first shout out I'm going to give on your show. But you guys need to book this guy on your show. If I don't see him booked in the next 100, we're going to have a conversation.
Yo. Let me in with a run-in real quick because
Uh-oh.
like my vision
And next time
quite
I'll
what
bring
it
an
used to be.
earpiece.
And I just realized who that first guest was, and I just want to throw out a genuine human being plug at that person that just got done opening up about, because ironically, I'm not even joking when I say, I just barely got out of a tough patch in my life, and the man who just got done opening up about Mark Rowan sent a Christmas card to my actual home when I finally got myself an actual home for the first time in 15 years. So believe me when I say there is a genuine human being over there named Lance and his wife Tiffany, who I greatly hold a special place in my heart for. And I just want you to know that wasn't a Facebook or Snapchat filter when I say that chills on my wall when as I'm inching closer to my degree. But Mr. Rowan.
Hey man, it comes from the heart.
I know it does. And that's what makes you a genuine human being, and that's what makes you a genuine blessing. That's what makes you a genuine inspiration. And I don't just say that as lip service when I say it about you and to you, because I say it just as publicly as I do privately, because that's how real I am.
You are real. But one more thing before unless you have to go, Lance, I don't know. But one more thing I want to tell you, brother. I really want to tell you, you've touched me. You're one of probably 15 personal people in this industry that I can call friend. Actual friend, not just like acquaintance, not just like being in the room, like actual friend. And I want you to know that genuinely from my heart. And don't ever,
Well, I feel the
quit.
same way. I really appreciate you, and thank you for that.
And you'll see me around. You'll still see me doing some grappling and that. But like I said, and I don't live far from you. So, you're a guy that I'm going to call you once in a generation. Like, I haven't seen a guy like you probably since, and it's going to go a ways, and this might get you a little bit, and you might even decide to go, wow, but you remind me a little bit of Roddy Piper. You have that I'll fight anybody man in there. I'll fight any man in there. Any woman, don't matter. You're like, you go to work, you come, as they say, you go to work in there, you leave it in there, and whatever happens, happens. And I want you to remember that.
Yep, you put me in there and I adapt and overcome to whatever situation it is.
Okay. What else you guys got? Anybody else? Anybody else want to talk? Claudio, Mikey?
Go ahead, Claudio.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
man.
here we go, comedy time.
Oh man. Like Claudio.
I'm sure you got
I can honestly say one of my earliest memories of
Time to make us laugh.
Like, first and foremost, I appreciate the referees of the business. I try to remember as many referee names as I can, like whether it was Smiling Jackson of Dub C, or T-Rex of the CPW, or Mitch Ferguson of the ICW, Tim Flowers Company, or and mainly because like I had the privilege of coming up from a really broke state of mind. Like I couldn't stay out of the correction system, but I got to know the referees because I understand that they're a staple in the business. Like they're the ones that help, like both sides communicate with one another and get the best effect for everything that they're trying to do, as well as trying to, coax them through reading the crowd. Like before they get an official feel of doing that, you know, like I learned that from T-Rex. And I was blessed upon knowing a really, really scuzzy but overspending wrestling promoter who did a couple shows out in McMinnville and did a couple of shows up here in Washington, and he was just like throwing lots of money. And I remember what it's like to be hungry. So in spirit of that, I was trying to get as many people fed as possible. So I was like, hey, you're really spending $300 for referees. I know this guy up in Milwaukee named T-Rex. You know,
I'm assuming you're talking about that Money Mark guy, Terry Bull or something.
No, I'm talking about Terry Bull's Money Mark, but you know, like same crew of people, like. But like he was flashing enough money that all the other promoters were showing up at his shows and going, "Hey, how much would I have to pay you to come to CPW?" But at the same time, I remember
Very much.
I was throwing T-Rex's name at that guy because, like, yeah, why not throw a guy that can definitely use? And I'm not economically shaming anybody, but like, if you're gonna throw money at a referee, you're gonna throw a bunch of money at a referee. Like, you should definitely throw a bunch of money. I mean, specifically a bunch of it. Like T-Rex is the kind of guy that will give you your money's worth. I promise you. Like, if you want to throw $300, he might even bump for you. Please note, I'm not guaranteeing the $300 will get you a T-Rex bump. I used the term he might even.
It depends. If it's big money paying me, man, it's gonna probably cost 6, 7, 8.
Oh, come on.
I had to. I had to, man.
That's too
I'm
much.
just
We could
saying,
be
you know,
getting
like,
along today, but
as much as we joke about hot dog and handshake paydays, like this dude was like talking about, I want to pay this guy $300. I'm like, yo, you know who would love to take a $300 payday and slum it out here in McMinnville? T-Rex. He's everywhere. Just hit up one of the promoters, say, hey, what you know about the legend of T-Rex? And they'll be like, yeah, he'll definitely come work for you for that much dough.
And I probably would.
Especially since this dude was like picking people up from airports. So, you know, like, all you gotta do is get to the airport and he'll get you from there. I mean, like, yeah, let's just work the dude. But
I think he honestly would have picked people up in the Max lines. Or like mass transit or something. He probably honestly would. Like, the guy was yeah, he was a huge money mark. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. It would be Claudio. It would be Claudio to mention that.
Okay, so before that dude was an Oregon charlatan, he was a Washington charlatan. And I could tell that he was a charlatan when he gave me $200. And I know I'm broadcasting, so I'm not afraid of repercussions. This dude paid me $200 to teach, and I quote, Sir Latte, I think his name was AT Flash, and JB Lutz, all had to properly hit the ropes for an hour.
Can I fill in on that real quick? So I did do one thing for him, and he gave me $300 to try to teach JT Evans how to take a bump. Like, JT Evans, of all people, how to take a bump. And it's sad that a referee has to teach a guy how to take a bump.
AT Flash was Terry Bull's kid. Sir Latte was the Money Mark's kid. And JB Moose is a former Coach Mike Jones heavyweight champion. And with the other two being children of the people, they needed me to teach them how to hit the ropes.
Wow.
Just goes to show you. What's funny about that is that's not the only people I've memories I have, and I'm not trying to like bash promoters like that, but what I will say is you were definitely right. The dude was like he literally was probably like Big Money Dodge, but without the actual money. There's a difference. Big Money has money. Now let me finish what I'm saying before you put your hand at me like that. This guy literally, you my friend are not a mark. This guy was personification of Mark. Like, I mean, this guy would show up probably literally like Claudio said. If you asked him like you wanted $1,000, he'd spit it out to you. No joke. The guy was like, I think he ran like 5, maybe 6 shows and was done.
Wow.
Like he went through his wad quick. And I mean, it was on people he shouldn't have been paying $50 to.
And a lot of them were people that I put in his ear. I was like, hey, did you know for the low price of $400 you can afford Derek Drexel? And he was like, what? You know Drexel? Hey.
So I do have one more shout out while I have you on the air too. I'm hoping Claudio's staying throughout the whole show, but I do have a shout out for you, Claudio. What I will say I've always liked about you, and I'm sure you're going to tell this story at some point, is there hasn't been a wrestler that can blow me up yet. You would try to pay guys to blow me up. I remember, and I got to say I took your challenge, and I think it was Zach Winters even that tried to blow me up, and you wound up having to come back and have Zach or somebody give me some money because you couldn't blow me up.
Okay, so like really, I'm gonna take PG or PC, political correctness, and throw it out the fucking window. Because like whenever I go down to Washington or whenever I go down to Oregon with a bunch of boys, like fucking number one, masculinity is toxic. And by toxic, I mean motherfuckers talk shit about the slightest of shit just for the sake of holding other human beings down. And the elephant in the room is that T-Rex has a medical condition. So people think that just because he has a medical condition is that he's crippled and sluggish and easy to fucking exhaust. And, you know, like they'll do that high flyer, you know, like style where they'll go for like 50 pinfall attempts or, you know, like chains of 2 counts or whatnot, thinking they're going to blow this disabled referee up. And I've been saying it all morning until you even got here, that at the end of it all, like, he was like a perfectly just barely got to the arena ass, shaking hands with everybody, completely hydrated Mark Rowan. And the guys are like fucking completely winded and gassed and, you know, like jerking each other off about what a great match the other one gave them, completely disregarding their absolute failure in blowing up the quote unquote crippled referee. And there have been several times where I'd be like, hey, so we're going to make these bets interesting because not only are you going to fail to blow up T-Rex, because T-Rex will probably pay for any form of lunch at whatever luncheon venue, like Patty's Hot Plate or whatever, to any match that'll blow him up because many have tried and many have failed. And they'll just be like completely winded, like, oh my God, that was such a good match. Thank you, bro. Like your classic Twitter feud. And then they go get their payday so they can hand it to Claudio, and then Claudio hands it to T-Rex.
Truth. I think it was Jack Winters. I've had him do it with Damian Sight. I've had him do it with a lot of guys. And I'm like, why am I getting their money too? He's like, it's what they owe you for not blowing you up. And then what's funny about that, and the reason why I wanted to bring you on, Claudio, wasn't just because of that. Like, I wanted to bring you on because you've truly been an inspiration to me. Watching you when you managed, you kind of reminded me a lot of like a young, very young, up and coming back then Paul Heyman. You had that knack to you. So, I know you've done a lot in this business. I see that young man in the middle with the glasses there, Michael Munger. Here's what I'm going to say to both you gentlemen, and while like Claudio, I'm sure will stick around, but Michael, this is why I tell you all the time, I want you to be successful. So one day we can do this for you. Now, here's a question I have for the panel. How many of you think you're going to make it to 15,000 in anything?
Well,
Now, are we
I can
talking
tell you this.
realistically?
Realistically, not figuratively. Realistically, I'm a real person.
I can tell you this. Using you as an inspiration, Tony and I have already decided that we're going to go to 15,001 podcast episode.
That was their
Fuck.
plan. I'm out of it.
Hey, fuck that. I'll come out and do 15,002 now just to beat you.
Okay, so then any number that you go
My
to,
money's
we're
on
going one
T-Rex.
above it.
He said I
My
got money on
money's-
me?
Yes.
Oh, I'll take that. Claudio will tell you I'll take your money. Claudio will tell you that money will be coming home. I still don't blow up. I might be in my 40s now, gentlemen, but I still don't blow up. The only reason why I even decided to retire was, what do I have left to do?
You accomplished it all.
That's true.
For instance, I got a story, actually, Nate, me and you, many years. I've known you 20 years?
Yeah, about that.
Something like that, 18, 20 years. What the hell's the difference at this point? I've hit my head so many times.
Yeah.
But the thing I'll say about you is I hope you do make it to 15,001. I want you gentlemen to make 15,001 so then I can come on at 15,000 and I'll be like 80 then. But I'll come on at 15,000 with my cane, my walker, and I'll tip one to you guys.
Will you still know how to count to 3 after that?
It might be pretty dark. But back to that. I want to congratulate you guys on your 100th. That's big. You're 100. That's big. Let's push you to 2, 5, 10,000. My thing is, I do want to give some more thank yous and stuff later when we have some more guests coming on, because I know there's some more coming. But this question goes out to Michael. I'm going to give you a challenge today. You ready for it?
What is it, brother?
You've done about 20-something matches now in your career. Let's see if I can get you to 2,500. That's my goal for you. I want you to get to 2,500 matches. Because as you see, the gentlemen that have been on the show already know me really well. 15,000 would be a stretch for you because you are like 78 years old. But
Really?
But 2,500, you do that, you got my respect. The youngest guy on the panel is probably Claudio. Look, Claudio looks the best on the panel. I'm not gonna lie.
I did my hair.
I'll be in.
Little you have.
So
I'll be
Fire
in
away, guys. What do you got?
47 this Friday.
47 next Friday. By the way, happy early birthday.
All right. Well, I guess now it's either Nathan's or my turn. So
Go ahead.
Nathan,
I'll-
you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, I'll start. So first of all, I met T one of the first times at Tito's. But that's not the story I want to tell. The story I want to tell is up in Milwaukee. And you were wrestling a match with Damian Sykes. And I remember you did something in character to make him upset. So, and anybody that knows Damian knows you don't do that. So all I saw from back in the back was you get him come at you, and then you take off like an Olympic sprinter
Oh,
and
God.
run to the back. Like you must have made it to the back from the ring in like 2.5 seconds.
Well, I didn't ride a bull named Fu Manchu for 2.5 seconds at least.
But no, in all seriousness, being disabled myself, it was really awesome to me to see somebody that had a disability accomplish their dreams, and you've always been an inspiration to me to make my dreams come true. So I want to say thank you for that.
I'm gonna give you a challenge. I'm gonna give you a challenge too now. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
I want you to take the passion you have during this podcast. I want to get you to 15,000. I want to see you at 15,000. My thing for you is being another disabled individual like myself. Don't quit, Nate. Don't quit.
Never.
You quit. I'm gonna tell you what can happen. I'm gonna show up at the front to you and I'm gonna smack you. Okay?
I got a steel car if you want to borrow it.
I got you, and I ain't gonna quit.
I don't want you to quit, and I also want to see you grow. As for the rest of the panel here, Big Money, if you can hear me,
I can.
I got a challenge for you.
Yes, sir.
I know that you're getting ready to get into a training school and a promotion. You're wanting to be a big time promoter. I'm gonna give you a little word of advice. I wish you all the best. And I want to see this thing 10 years from now. I want to see you 10 years from now be one of the top promotions, not only in Washington, wherever you desire. I want to see your school grow. I want to see you grow as a person. I don't know you like I know everybody else here personally, but I feel like I do now. If that makes sense.
Yep.
My challenge for you is I want to see you grow, not only on the podcast, but in life and as a whole. If we can get you on the right path. By the way, anybody that's listening to this or just going to listen to this man does have an online training school that he's trying to get done. Let's make this happen for this man's dream. Because everybody has goals and everybody has dreams. And I am willing to help him any way I can. And if it's this way, please. Is there a way to send a link or have a link up that we can share at our disposal? Or like, is there a way that you can show that right now even? I mean, it's your time to shine. I'm giving
The
you
only way.
a little bit lower. I can't quite see it all. There we go.
There
Perfect.
you go.
And then if you want to zoom it in or whatever, go ahead. Sorry, I'm producer. Sorry, there's a producer in me. Sorry. So my next nugget to you is if you have questions, feel free to ask. I want you to ask if you have questions. I don't know you, but I'm willing to help you. One day we will.
Greatly
One day we'll
appreciate
physically
it.
meet. One day we will physically meet. God, it's a cast of Motley Crue, man. My God. My God, man. Like I'm taken back. Like Tony, now it's my turn to give you some love and some advice. I see your heart. And you have a lot of passion to produce, to market, to do things that normal people don't do. Here's my challenge to you. I want to see that oak come off that tree this day. I want to see that acorn hit the ground. I want to see you grow as a producer. You've done 100, and that's fantastic. You and Nate, congratulations, and Dodge. But like I said, 100 is a big thing, and you've done it all on you guys. Kudos. That's high praise. The one thing I'm going to tell you that I've seen from you, you're willing to listen, and you're willing to learn. And when I watch your podcast, because I watch, I see how you command the room, just like Nate and just like Dodge. You guys don't have a lot of dead air. Besides my dead hair, but I mean, other than that, I had to crack a joke, guys. That's my advice I want to give you, Tony, is to persevere. Because people are going to say you guys are nothing. People are going to doubt you. I say F those doubters. To each and every one of you gentlemen on there, to whoever else is coming on today, because I know there's been a lot of surprises already. What I will say is I got doubted early in my career too. People said I wouldn't make it 6 matches, then 60, 600. You get my theme, right? 6,000. I've done 15,000 now as a ref, and I'm happy and content with that. But you gentlemen have a lot left to give. This is your passion, Tony. I know it is. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your passion.
You're correct.
That's what I want to see from you is growth, my friend. In each and everybody on this panel, Nate and Dodge. Like I said, any way that we can help you, I'm on board to help you there, money. Okay? Like you are the guy that I want to see in 10 years now. Be a promoter that I respect. And to Michael, because I see Michael's on here. Yep, he's down there with the goofy looking sunglasses. I see him. I see you.
Those glasses are hard to miss.
Yeah, you can leave them on. I'd rather have you leave them on because now you look like a walking Jabberwocky. Yeah, leave them on, man. And put a hat on your head. That's embarrassing. No, the advice I'm going to give you now, strictly referee. This is brother to brother in that business. I want you to carry those stripes. I want to see you grow. I want to come on here 10 years from now and see you on this show doing what I'm doing, having a celebration. You've touched me a lot in the 20 years I've known you. I've watched you grow. I've watched you go from being setting up rings in PNPW to getting in the ring and living your dream, Michael. I've watched you. I've watched you and your father. And your father's not here today. So I'm going to leave you with this advice. Don't make me look bad, and don't make your family look bad. And as long as you're happy and you're having fun in this business, that's what I want from you. I don't ever expect you to be where I was at. Never expect that. But I definitely want you. You've touched me a lot. And the one thing I'm going to say to you, and hopefully everybody on this panel, is that we give this man the proper love and respect that he deserves. He's trying his hardest. Mikey's done a
going,
incredible job. I'm seeing him cry on the air right now. And man, that's toughen up, boys. Sandy would say, toughen up. Toughen up.
Yeah.
You the man now. I'm no longer the woo. I'm just woo. Yeah. I'm the goat. You guys call me the goat for a reason. But now I want you to be the small mini version of me, so you're more going to be like the walking pony. That's what I want. Okay.
All
Is
right.
that challenge accepted?
Yes.
Okay, now let me ask you this, because I know you got a story or memory you want to share. So go ahead. You got the floor.
Oh man.
Do you need a minute, Mikey?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so one more thing really quick. Hey, T-Rex, thank you for putting JT Evans through his paces.
What was
If
that?
anybody, thank you for putting JT Evans through his paces, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I still can't
You know,
stand
TJ,
It was
because if
JT,
anybody
brother.
deserved to do that, it was him.
Well, like I said, I'm the GOAT for a reason, guys. You heard Claudio say I don't bullshit around. I speak the truth. And God, man, all I gotta say is 15,000. It's been running through my head for like the last 2.5 weeks. Truly, what I've accomplished. I don't know if there's ever gonna be anybody that's gonna do it again, and if there is, hey, that's awesome. I want to meet him. But Michael, let's
Yeah,
see, you get
bro.
2,500. I want you to get 2,500. I don't know if you'll hold up for 15. If you do, I will come on the air personally and thank you if you come on for 15,000. Let's get you there.
I'm going.
All right.
What else you guys got while we got some time here before guests come on?
So, Mikey, before you say your piece, let me get through this. See, man, it's been an honor knowing you for the years that I've known you. You helped me grow a lot. There was a time that I actually wanted to quit this podcast. I'm not ashamed to admit this now. T-Rex is the first person that knew that I was going to give it up, and he was the first person that walked me off that ledge. I appreciate you, brother, for that.
I appreciate that, and hopefully you're not going to walk off a ledge anytime soon.
Not anymore. Now, with that being said, a show like this needs an extra producer. I would like to have you come on whenever you can as a lead producer of this podcast.
Wow, I'm honored, Tony. I'll take that when I can do it. Yeah. I definitely will do that. I'm sure you guys could grow from having somebody like me around. Man, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll do it.
And
Man.
thank you. We appreciate it. And one more thing while Mikey continues to collect his thoughts. As we say in this podcast, we are the first podcast to do a lot of firsts. Nathan, would you like to join me on this?
Yep.
Mr. T-Rex, sir. Nathan, myself, and Big Money Dodge are honored to be the first podcast to, I'll let Nathan finish. Go ahead.
To start our own Hall of Fame called From the Chair Inclusion Matters Hall of Fame. And we would love to have you be the first inductee into that Hall of Fame.
You want me in your Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I'm not going to decline that. I think that's cool. Yeah. So that's the first one. So let's get that out the way. I will
That's a
thank you all.
first.
I'll thank you all for that. I appreciate that.
Well deserved.
Damn, really good.
Now we got him crying.
No, I'm not crying. Not crying.
Hold on. Because in my opinion, and I know Tony and I talked about this earlier, T-Rex, in my opinion, above Earl Hebner, above anybody other referee, is the best referee in professional wrestling. Nobody's ever done 15,000 matches, and nobody will ever do 15,000 matches again. So like Tony said earlier, Tony Khan, Triple H, whoever, you guys need to put this guy in your Hall of Fame. But I'm overly proud that we're the first ones that can do that.
I'm overly proud that you guys have made me your first one to go into your Hall of Fame. I think that's kind of cool. Like, so what's the door prize for that, gentlemen? Is it literally just the door and the prize? But
I'll let Tony work on that.
Your plaque is actually being made, and you also are going to help us produce this show, so you can bring us whichever guest you bring us gets trump over anybody else that's on that show that night.
Yep.
Wow, I'm honored. Like, for real, I'm literally friggin' honored. Like, so while I'm at it, and here in a little bit, because I know we got some more guests coming. So while I'm at it, I got to give some more thanks and that out and some tokens, and that's definitely one of them. I appreciate the opportunity. I really appreciate you guys putting me as the first in your guys' Hall of Fame. I mean, what a way to do it on your 100th. You have your first Hall of Famer. Definitely won't be the last, I'm sure.
No.
But I'm honored to be the first. And so I guess I can give you my first Hall of Fame speech. Because now you caught me completely off guard. I want to thank the Academy first. No. Which is a cast of characters here that I see, including the talking forehead, and that's no disrespect to Nate.
No, I don't take it as disrespect.
To Tony, the Big Money Dodge. I'm honored. I'm privileged. But I couldn't do it all myself. And while we're at that, I guess I'll be thanking some people here. First one I want to thank, and he's no longer with me besides my mother, because my mother had me. So got to thank my mother. I got to thank the legendary Sandy Barr, the legendary Tito Carrion, the Grappler. I have so many stories about those women that I want to give thanks to, and I'm never going to ever be able to give to two of them again. So my 15,000 match, nobody knew this, I dedicated to Sandy Barr. He was the last man non in the modern era that I know of that's done it. And now he can rest well that one of his proteges / students, which I will always be, has done it himself. So what I will say to that is, to the people that doubted me, to the people that said I'd never make it, to the people that said I was too small, I wasn't good enough, I say to you, am I good enough now? Because if I'm not, I don't care. But here's what I will say to that. Challenge accepted. And I want to see somebody else try to do this. Anybody that sees us out here, 15,000. Doubt me some more, and I might have to go 20.
Damn.
That's all I'm going to say to that. But again, thank you, Michael, for everything that you've provided me for 20 years. My friendship. We've been up and down the roads. You've seen me at my best. And you've seen me at my worst. You stick with it. I want you to stick with it.
Yep.
I want you to, when everybody else doubts you, because you're going to have doubters out there. You're going to have people that tell you can't do this. You're too small.
Yep.
Just remember, your trainer, you're a ref trainer for sure. I did it. So can you. And I don't ever say that about people, but here's what I will say. You're going to have a lot of doubt, and you're going to have a lot of haters.
Yep.
But I want to see you prove them all wrong. And at the end of the day, when everything is done and you've stamped your final, you can come on a show like this and put down all your critics, because that's what I do good at. I never once have doubted myself. I never once thought I couldn't do it. I was a 14-year-old kid when I got into watching wrestling live. Through Sandy Bar. Guys like Roddy Piper, Buddy Rose, I got to see Jimmy Snuka, all these guys at the Vancouver Bagley Center, and Uncle Milt's Pizza. You know, and I got to sit up chairs. So you started the same way I did, by helping out, setting up rings, doing all that, and not asking for a single effing dime. You, my friend, have a passion. You took what I did. You came when nobody. You came early to shows to set up. I remember. I might have been drunk and polluted then, but I remember. I might have had a few too many rum and cokes and scotch and scotch on the rocks, but I remember. That's what I want to remember each of you three gentlemen and Dodge too, is live your legacy, live your dreams, whatever that is. Whether it's being the best podcast out on the planet or just being you. Don't
How about
forget
the
where you
richest
start.
manager? Just saying.
Well, that'd be me. But you got some money to throw that way. Come on.
All right.
You heard Claudio. You heard Claudio say earlier, T-Rex isn't cheap.
I know you and I barely know each other, but you earn so much respect from me to you.
I appreciate that. So while we're at it, and I guess, because I'm filling some air for you right now, because it's kind of died out here, as they say. Why don't we do some questions you might have right now?
Well, before we do that, hang on, Mikey. Are you composed enough to talk?
Yeah.
Come on, Mikey, you got this.
All right, there you go,
You
buddy.
got it, buddy.
Floor is yours.
Damn it, brother. I swore to myself today I wasn't going to cry. Coming on here and doing this for you. Well, damn, 20 years. I would never thought I would see this. 20 freaking years of friendship. Seeing 15,000 on that, it's just mind-boggling to me. Knowing you've done it. Hell, I remember setting up oh my god. I got a story for you. He was working WWE at the time. His mom was developing cancer. Oh god. He's going to kill me later, I know it, but oh well. He'll kill me Monday. I literally had to set up the entire roster. CC's, ours. Nate, you were there for that show, weren't you?
Yeah.
For the Cancer Found Race Fundraiser?
Yeah.
That was all me. I literally booked that map card.
He did. I'll give you credit for that.
Oh, man. He's like, he comes back. He's like, oh, I had his fiance at the time. Oh, well, you need to be at the Milwaukee's Law Center in an hour. Why? There's something going on. He walks back in the back room, sees me sitting there at the booker's table talking with Cece. It's like, look at me like, you did what? I was like, I'm out of here. I'm like, I'll talk to you after the show. Bye.
And actually, my reaction to that, I'm going to cut you off. My reaction to that was a lot worse than that, actually, because I was tying it on for like 2 days. I tied it on for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Trying to deal with life then. But you know what? I do appreciate you for that. I'll tell you why I appreciate you for that. You did something nobody else wanted to do. So on that, I think I'm not mad. Say I'm not going to be mad at you. No, I remember that. I remember being like 21 years old, having to go through that and watch my mom freaking literally almost die. Yes, I
Yep.
remember that, Michael. And yeah, at the time I was a little bit taken back, but now that I've thought about it, if it wasn't for you, and if it wasn't for the way you organized that, and everybody went pink, that was a cool moment. Actually, that might be one of my top 5 moments of my career. So I'm gonna give my top 5 here later. So there's a spoiler, maybe. Is there like any way that you guys down the road can start some sort of a campaign for people that are like almost like a warrior award? Is there a way that we can start that? Because you want me to be your first member in your Hall of Fame, and I've accepted that. So as a Hall of Famer, I'm asking you, can we start something almost like the Warrior Award for somebody that's going through something, and we bring them on the air, and we do it like once a year,
Amazing idea.
or we do a show.
We were
do a
already.
show for them.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. We're already in the works of doing that. In fact, our first show that we're going to do under Inclusion Pro Wrestling is also going to include what we call the Inclusion Award, which is our version of the Warrior Award.
No, I'm talking though like somebody that's outside of it too, like outside our business. That's like somebody that's got cancer or somebody that's got. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. But like maybe like a special, they come on the podcast, or you invite them to your show and you present them with a plaque or with whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's a legacy you guys could leave.
Great idea.
No, absolutely.
I mean, if you guys want a night of first, that's the way to do it.
That's big money.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, big money's up there on the right up here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All right.
If you don't mind, I want to say something to Mikey really quick. So, I give you a hard time, but that's just because that's our relationship, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
But you have more heart and dedication to wrestling than probably, other than T, than anybody I've ever seen. So don't ever lose that. And regardless of what I say or what anybody else says, you're destined for big things in this business.
It's
Don't
just
give
like
up, bro.
being on the show with my trainer, mentor, best friend in the business and out, besides you three. It feels like it validates me. I took something that he did all that time ago.
I'm validating you now. I'm taking a toast to you. See? There you go. I'm validating you now. I don't drink alcohol no more, but that's the closest I get.
I know, bro.
I'm gonna toast you. But back to you. I'm also gonna mentor you. Because now T-Rex is gonna give his first mentor award. And you, Michael, are my first recipient. I'm going to mentor you. This is yours now.
So, you ready for your next guest?
Why not? Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, Mr. Yvonne.
Miss Yvonne. Welcome to the T-Rex celebration.
Hi, guys.
Hi, boss.
Hello.
And my volume's up. Theirs isn't.
Oh, she got sunny days with her.
Yep.
How you doing, y'all?
You're going to make me cry today.
That's what we're supposed to do, right? Make you cry, T-Rex?
You made me cry already.
I always thought of it as your eyes leaking.
Sunny.
Hey, love. Come over here.
Oh, she's going to have Jeff getting on. Here we go.
Here comes Jeff.
Team Yvonne.
Team Yvonne all the way. All the way, Team Yvonne.
Yeah.
I'll say that till the day I die. You know that.
So what's the topic?
T-Rex. T-Rex, the topic.
T-Rex is the top.
Anything about him?
Anybody know that T-Rex did seminars with Marty Shinny? I know because I was there.
Oh, was that the night the same man went? Never mind. I'll be nice. Was that that night?
Now,
Yes, that was that night.
That was that night, Yvonne.
Also done other seminars as well. I remember doing a seminar for Chris Youngblood, and T-Rex was my partner.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Chris. Rest in peace.
Part of that legacy lives on in you, T-Rex.
Now remember, you retired from wrestling, reffing, but you are not retired from the business.
No, I took you up on your offer you want to give me. I did.
And you coming back in September?
Yep.
You take care of your family stuff now, and we will see you in September. Remember, you contributed a lot to this business.
We
I know.
appreciate that.
I appreciate you guys.
Others
I got
appreciated you more.
a story for you before you guys pop off. Sunny Days, this is meant more towards you. You've inspired me. You're one of the true passionate women in this business, and I don't call you a diva. I call you a woman wrestler. There's a
Well,
big,
yeah, you know what
big,
diva
big,
means in wrestling, don't you? It's a
there's
hard individual.
there's a
I
big
don't want to be
fucking
called a diva.
difference.
I've never wanted to be called a diva.
I remember. I got a story for you about Sunny Days. Me and her have hit some heads in there together, literally. I can't remember the actual match, but yes, Sunny Days has a scar on her forehead from me. But you know, Yvonne, thank you. You were the last company when I was down and out, when I was not wanting to do this anymore. You guys, you and Jeff, came to me and said, "You have a spot on our roster." I remember that almost 5 years ago. I thank you. I didn't get to do it at Strawberry Fest because it was crazy.
You don't have to
But-
thank us.
No, no, I have to thank you. I've been thanking people all day. You are up there with the guy. You are up there with a man that I value highly, Sandy Barr. You and him have a lot. You remind me a lot of him. You don't take shit.
I
I'm being
can't in
honest.
this business.
I'm being honest with you.
I know.
You are the reason. You are one of the reasons why I'm gonna come back and help you in any way I can. Like I said, Grappling Division. I mean, by the way, new shirts are coming. Grappling Division rep shirt. There it comes. I'm no longer a professional wrestling referee, and it's been tough. But Sonny, if you can hear me back there, I want to see you 10 more years from now.
We thank you, love.
I knew deep down T-Rex was going to be a Team Jeff. Like a long time. I think, but you know what? We got good taste. Because deep down, I'm sorry, Yvonne, but I have a teeny tiny, minuscule, sand-sized particle in my heart for Team Jeff.
No, that's all fine.
She likes the heel life. I know. It's all right.
I need.
Obviously, I do too, because you know he goes home with me at night, so I guess I like a little bit of the heel life too.
Hey, Yvonne, Sonny.
Is it that we
I'll
like
see
it, or
y'all
that we know
next
that
week.
sometimes in life you have to play the bad guy? You have to. Part of it.
I got a challenge for you, Yvonne, before you go.
You got a challenge for me.
I got a challenge for you before you go.
Okay.
Because I'm on your page all the time, and I see all these people talking shit. Here's what I want to give you. They doubted me. Don't let them doubt you. Don't ever give up. You're the only woman promoter I've ever worked for, and that's high regard.
No worries. I ain't going nowhere.
Listen to me. 10 years from
Haters
now.
or not.
They like
10
that
years from
Gatorade,
now,
and they eat those hater
I want to
tots.
see you
It's
grow.
just gonna
I
overcome
want to see
everything.
you now leading the charge. And 10 years from now, when hopefully I'll still be able to rep grappling for you by then, hopefully. But let's do it together. Let's get you back. Let's get you to all these haters when I watch these guys. And by the way, to you haters out there, I'll just say it because Yvonne's got my back and I don't give a shit. All I'm going to say to you haters that say she's going to be done is fuck you and have a nice day.
There you go.
Team Yvonne till I die. Jeff can't steal me. He didn't give me the gig. Yvonne did. So
Much love, honey.
my gift to you, Yvonne, is just be patient.
You prick. Throwing rocks at me now.
Jeez, Team Jack, know your role.
Oh,
Keep
you
your
throwing
know
stuff
shit
at me?
to yourself.
Know
Stay over there.
your role before she gives you a kendo stick.
Yeah, you're sitting right next to my
Careful,
security.
security's not far.
Yeah.
Hi, whoever. Hi. So anyway,
He gonna kill you. He gonna kill you. Oh, he gonna kill you.
who?
Jeff might not make it to the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, really?
Jeff on.
Jeff's trying to get killed by my new security.
It's kind of funny to watch.
So if Saturday he's not there, you know what happened. He's late.
All right.
By the way, Yvonne, plug your show today. You can go ahead and plug your show. Plug your show.
Thank you, honey. We love you, lots. Michael, see you next Saturday.
See you next Saturday, guys.
Guys, I'll talk to you next week for our normal after show.
Sounds good.
Hit me up, guys. Have a great day. We love you, T-Rex.
Peace, love, team peace.
Bye, Sonny. Bye, boss.
Bye, honey.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
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 Move out.
And just like that, I think they're gone.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Are you there?
Boss?
Okay, so carry on.
Okay.
I guess they just have a frozen in times. And only Yvonne could do that.
I know, right? That's our boss for you, T.
No. Yep. That is my boss. Well,
And Mom.
it's September again. Right now I'm my own boss, but
There they go.
oh, there they go. Oh, I'm glad to see that I can see the talking heads again. That's good. For a minute, I lost you guys. That was kind of weird. That was like vertigo.
All right, now before we continue, I'm gonna try to do a video clip. I know T wanted to be honored, so I found one way back in the Sandy Bar days.
Oh God. That was like decades ago.
It might.
That was back when I was young and I had hair.
It might be.
You
one of
had
your very
hair?
first. It might be one of your very first matches ever.
I'll tell you in a minute when it's done.
Let's see what we can. Hold on.
This is the first two, ladies and gentlemen. We've never done like live clips on that.
Oh God, they're gonna play a highlight. Where did you? I
This
got no
isn't your
reason.
Pornhub, is it? Okay, good.
In North Portland, St. John's, you will find Sandy Bar's Flea Market, which holds many treasures. Among the rusty appliances, cracked bric-a-brac, and the almost new mattresses, lay the most valuable item of all, a 35-year-old wrestling ring. But sorry, it's not for sale.
The IGA heavyweight title
There it goes.
What do you say?
has been promoting wrestling in Portland for more than 30 years.
We wanted to have a flea market somewhere, and it's a small building, and we got approved to have 50 people in here by the fire department, and so the ring came in here too. Andre the Giant, Jimmy Snuka, Harley Race, all of them came through here and became stars, and then WWF started in about 85 or 86. All of those guys that were on there, with the exception of about maybe 4, had all wrestled here. Guys that are wrestling now love to wrestle, and basically they wrestle for nothing.
Most of the audience members tonight grew up with the local wrestling scene.
Look at
I've
those
been
times.
coming to wrestling since before I was born. I was raised on it. I'm going to raise my kids on it.
Oh my God, you did have hair,
When I
brother.
was little, there was the WWE, but it didn't compare to Portland wrestling because I could go and watch live every week. Those guys are bigger stars than Hulk Hogan.
One of tonight's stars speaks about what draws him to the ring.
Beating up people. Well, more or less how I enjoy it. It takes your aggressions out on your opponent. Other than that, I have fun doing that. Right now, I got messed up shoulders. I've been wrestling on that for a while, but it's not too bad. But I've had a few bumps and bruises, broken bones.
Oh, yeah, what are you thinking that, huh?
Well, I think it's like swimming or football or basketball, anything else. If you're athletic minded and you fall in love with one of those sports and doing them, it's in your blood.
And watch out, Little Nasty's words are as big as his muscles.
See, that's why I keep my shirt on. Because when you present a body like this in public, you get attacked.
It's over. It's over.
All right. Thoughts?
First, I gotta say, that clip. See, I told you I had hair. That clip, I probably was less than 50 matches in.
Oh wow!
And
Oh, really?
Definitely was one of my first. So, I remember how I got Sandy to. Sandy asked me to rap. I've mentioned this on your guys' air before, though. But if it wasn't for the guy you saw there, the wrestling dad, they call him, there definitely wouldn't be me. One of the most historic buildings and one of the most historic rings I've ever been in. That ring legitimately is still around, and it's probably like 60 years old.
Gosh.
That is the hardest bumping ring I've ever been in. And that guy you saw there, Sandy Barr, literally would try to kill us in there. But it made us stronger, and it made us better.
Wow.
That was literally like probably one of the few times in my career where we counted blankets as people. Because like you couldn't put a bunch in there. But we didn't care.
Okay, Mikey, any other memories?
Oh man, yeah, seeing Little Nasty. Oh boy, there's stories about that. Should I tell him what you did to the poor little Nasty boy?
No, we're not sharing that story on the air. No. No. That story is for like that's a different day. It's not today. I don't want to ruin Mr. 15,000's legacy. I'm gonna deflect.
Although knowing
I'll tell
that,
you
he
later,
probably
Tony.
deserves whatever.
He did.
So here's what I'm gonna say. I've given you an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not seeing no more guests. Might be about that time to start wrapping up because the old T-Man's starting to get a little bit cranky on the air now. So what do you guys got in the next, say, 20 minutes?
Well, I think Tony has a few more clips he wanted to show.
Well,
Okay.
I can. Okay. These are from your blue collar wrestling days.
Where'd you find these?
On the blue collar wrestling.
Got a handful of tags and titles.
Now here's what's funny about this clip. This clip was probably within the last 10 years.
Actually, I think it was more like Mayor
That's
Duke.
Buddy Highway.
Bad blood for the title. One of our
He looks familiar.
specials we had outside in the heat.
Been a while, but still goes back to what happened with Buddy Highway and one Joe show. I mean, we're still going to get a comment on that.
See, the man with hair. There I was.
Oh my gosh. And you knew how to count to 3, right?
What's funny is that shirt I'm wearing there
Oh my goodness.
is a shirt I ref 15,000 in.
I hope they reinforce the ring, Mr. Tubbs.
Yeah, I would
That shirt is
agree with
washed
that.
and put away.
A lot of beef in that ring here.
You should sign
Now, I
it
mentioned
and
just
hang it up.
recently when Brian Bedlam was out
Who's
here,
the guy in the background? That guy's ugly as shit.
that might be able to contend with his size and strength. Well, Buddy Highway
Oh my
has a lot
god,
of
that's
size
funny.
and strength to him as well.
Oh my god, is that
A
Big
lot of
Brian
brawling
Bedlam?
skill.
Yes, it
So
is.
this is going to
Oh
be a
my
very
god, Big Brian Bedlam.
match.
I got a story about that guy, man. I watched him break Psycho
I saw
Sailor's
you in the
ankle
locker
in the
room
ring.
earlier talking to the powers that be. Did
Legitimately
you
broke his
suggest
ankle.
this match possibly?
I wonder if this ain't that match, though. I can say if this is that match, then
Did
that's
you
funny, but
suggest this match possibly to the powers
that
that
guy
be here
deserves
at
it.
BCW to
He
have
looks like a
Buddy
big dude.
Highway be Brian Bedlam's opponent?
He every bit of 350 pounds.
Anybody,
Oh
but
boy.
I believe they usually watch the footage before it goes
Oh, there's
on
my
the
mom.
TV,
Oh no, that's not
so
my
they
mom.
might have heard
Never mind.
Yep.
That lady's not my mom.
on the air.
That's Nate's mom. That old
Either
lady's
way,
Nate. That old lady,
this
old
is the kind
lady's
of
Nate's mom.
opponent even Buddy Highway isn't used to around here. Usually he's the bigger man. Usually he's the stronger man. In this case, I think they're on fairly equal footing here. Bedlam might even have the edge on strength. He might have the edge in the just outright power. But then Buddy
What's funny is I didn't know if the ring was actually going to hold up here because Buddy was like 280 and Brian Bedlam was like 350 and I was like 260 there. So you had like 1,000 pounds of beef. And I literally think somebody yelled, "Where's the beef in this match?" I could be wrong.
Well, what I loved about the beginning part of that match was
Bedlam happens
when
to win this
Bedlam
match,
got up on the
he
ropes,
could
you just kind of hung back like, I'm not messing with that,
#1
man.
spot, and he can actually
Because I was thinking it was going to collapse.
Highway's title.
Yes, that is definitely
And when you
true.
think a ring's going to collapse with a man who's that
now,
big, yeah, you definitely have to.
They done?
Hasn't been back in the
I mean,
wrestling
I'm
game.
not small, but looking next to him, I'm small.
AIWF, BCW
God.
heavyweight title that fast. That's gotta be on his mind.
He went to Washington State. He was a
How
Cougar.
important it is to win this match.
Oh, okay.
They lock up like a pair of Jersey Bulls.
There's some big money for you.
Armbar with a twist. Highway has on Bedlam. Nothing going to be pretty about this match. These two are just going to go at
I love how
it
they say
toe to
nothing
toe.
can be pretty about this match.
Armbar with a twist.
And look at the size difference as far as height.
Yeah,
this
you
was
can
a
say
place-
that 50 years old third man, brother.
Now this was a North Portland Eagles Lodge. Probably 2015 maybe,
Instead, he's looking up.
something like
Both
that.
men
Yeah.
going to work on each other's arms. Series of arm bars with a twist.
God, I could
Trying
move.
to take
Man.
some of the power away. If he hurts that wrist, that would definitely take away some of Bedlam's punching power.
Go behind by Bedlam. Very nicely done. Oh, he picked up the champ and dropped him down.
I'm
Right.
speechless. I didn't see him being able to do that despite his power.
I didn't think that myself. And they're actually doing some amateur wrestling.
I think
And
even my
they're throwing
suitcase named Harold shook when they did this
armbar.
move.
Now, he has his own weight plus Bedlam's weight on him. He's got to get up to alleviate that pressure, or else this match can terminate, which he's standing up. Oh,
Unusual Bedlam trying to use a maneuver like that, really not taking advantage of his size and weight there, because most of
See what I mean, Michael? Reffing heavyweights, you stay way back.
standing.
Yeah.
Body is
No, thank you.
impressive as well.
That's called wearing the beef.
Like the bodybuilder, but we've seen him do feats of strength that are just incredible.
That's called preach God, don't crush me.
But two men that actually really did well with their starts.
Punch right on the chin.
Both should actually be in the Northwest Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame for sure.
Was not a small man, and he was throwing him around.
Whoa, excuse me, long time, big time clothesline coming up. Whoa, he has him, body slams him.
They're gonna break the ring.
Elbow, that can do it. 1, 2.
The shockwave almost knocked me out of my feet. I can't believe this. That was the biggest body slam we've seen here in a long time.
That ref doesn't know how to count to 3. What's wrong with him?
Easy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm still trying to work with him on that.
Now you
Oh, got it. Good.
I think he's like my distant brother.
Underestimated
Yeah, looks like
him. This might be a walk through the park.
Or a cousin.
No, it was definitely not me. I was like 270-pound version of me.
Men, they both
Oh,
know
in that
their
match?
wrestling. And case in point, the drop toe hold, working on the leg there.
Well, Buddy Highway, he is a big man, but he's not really one of the powerhouses as far as that upper body strength. He's strong, of course.
But at least you were able to find a more modern clip besides like the warehouse. I love the warehouse, but
He can brawl. He can do some technical wrestling. Doesn't really fly, of course, but you know, he's good at everything. Not a master of any one specific style.
Goes to the press after working on that leg. Oh, did you see how far he pushed him off?
That's incredible. I mean, the strength, the feats of strength that Brian Bedlam can do.
Now, meanwhile, Bedlam, he's favoring that leg after Highway working on the leg for a few moments. So, for all we know, Buddy Highway, he may have found a weak point, which is actually what happens here. But meanwhile, he's taking account from the referee. Count of 5.
For a moment there, he went out and thanked the photographer, Brian.
yeah, I can make it to 3. I mean, it's a 5.
Oh, great photographer. Just check him out at his.
I proved my point, Dad.
I don't have it with me. I'm pretty sure
You
know
did.
this, Chuck.
I think Brian.
I think I'm the first in history to make 5.
Oh, that's okay. He's got somebody else in the ring. And that's Buddy Highway.
I think what it's going to get to here, because yes, Brian Bedlam, he's got the muscles, huge power attack.
I literally thought the ropes were going
Buddy
to break him.
Highway, he's just been wrestling everywhere.
It looks like it.
Parts of the country. I think in the end, he's just going to.
It looks like
If you actually look at the spot and the work of these two gentlemen, though, for their size.
I've seen men of lighter weight do stuff
I mean,
like
just
that.
a full Buddy
Men like
Highway
the
just did a
late
full-on front
Mr.
flip
Perfect
right
Kurt
there.
Hennig, and a very dear friend of mine, the late Lord Jonathan Boyd of the Royal Kangaroos. Those were finishing maneuvers, but
I heard Royal Kangaroos.
you're doing the same move. That could just tear a neck off.
What you know about the Royal Kangaroos,
Right
Nate?
to the base of the neck is Buddy Highway.
I know they were
He's
one
working on the
nasty
back.
tag.
Series of tackles. Oh my goodness, the ring just moved a couple of inches.
Yeah, I think so. Trying to knock the wind out of Bedlam's sails.
There's
there.
Tubbs commentating.
Great tactic when you're dealing with a big
That's what's
guy.
funny about that.
When they start
You guys have
huffing
had
and
Tubbs on your show.
very well. It saps the strength right out of their muscles.
Tubbs is
That's
commentating
what I was saying is going to win this match. 'Cause
before he was
Bedlam
managing.
is great. He's strong.
And doing a very good
The
job.
smartest guy in the ring.
Oh no, he took one punch and he stood there.
That's what you
previous
guys
to it. Now he's working
need
on
for
Highway. Oh, right.
IPW.
cross. Down goes the champion, goes to the press. 1, 2.
even when he wrestled Andrea the Giant not too long
Don't
ago
you
in
think, T?
Utah, I didn't see Buddy Highway
What's
have a
that?
match this many
Get
times.
Mr. Toast to
He
do
is
commentary
really,
for him.
pardon the pun, but he's really being manhandled tonight.
Oh yeah.
He's
Well, remember
managing there
after
though.
he has somebody, you know,
Doing a
that
hell of a job
bigger
actually.
than. Whoa! He's in a full now. Bedlam. He has him in a full Nelson.
No, that's the father Nelson.
And Bedlam is
Full
using that
Nelson, you stand up.
superior
The full
height.
Nelson, you stand up.
Down on him. Broke the hole.
Oh, kick right between the shoulder blades.
That looked like it hurt.
Into the ropes goes Bedlam. Oh my goodness!
Big man to be doing a drop kick.
By Bedlam. Oh, goes for the punch. He missed.
All that weight, all that power and velocity just fell on that wrist and hand. That could have done some serious damage.
Without doubt, that could have injured the hand, break the hand.
And that
Oh no!
Question: where did that actually land? On
Right into the
right where it's
midsection
supposed
of
to, or not?
Highway kicks out. This is just a brawl.
Are you asking me?
Like I said,
Yeah.
you're not gonna see any arm drag slams,
I missed
flying
that move.
scissors or hurricane ranas. You're just gonna see two Jersey Bulls just go at it.
That was a terrible, terrible unintentional shot to Buddy Highway's underpass there. And a huge double clothesline.
Wow, double your pleasure.
I
double
see a
your
good
pain.
referee checking on him. That's a good ref.
Yep.
How much more can that
Good
ring
ref.
and those ropes take before something snaps?
People should hire this ref.
To not get down all the way so they can't backhand you.
Tremendous beating. I've
Yep,
never
I've learned
seen
that.
anyone take a beating like
One of the
that.
tricks I
All the
learned.
hands of these two.
That's something you can teach an online ref right there. Just a little piece of nugget for you.
Can we actually have a double count
up
out
here
coming
now?
here?
Oh, we're at 7. 8. Both men on one knee. Okay. Highway is on. Okay, both men are up.
Buddy's going.
Ducks under with the clothesline. Uh-oh, Bedlam. He's got him. Could he be going?
He
Oh,
can't
no.
possibly.
Going for the choke slam. Not there. Oh, Savant kick. Missed. Has him this time. Oh, went for it again.
These guys are.
Whoa! Savant kick by Highway.
Pin him, Buddy. He's ready. One, two, three. He got him.
Look at that position.
What a tremendous
Perfect
Savant
position,
kick
too.
by
All right.
I want to meet this referee.
He has to grow some hair back. I can get a hold of him though.
Oh, okay, cool. We'll talk.
All right. So I know he wants to get going here. So I'm just going to shoot into the end of the show and promote my good buddy. Well, T-Rex, of course, but no, my other good buddy, Big Money Dodge. With that wrestling facility.
Yeah, please. Like I said, help him get this started, folks. It's really important to this guy. And Dodge. Oh, by the way, before you go, I need an update. Have they found your nephew?
They have not. They know what state and city he's kind of located in, but nothing yet. They're gonna fill out some paperwork with some LAPD stuff, so hopefully he gets home safe. That's all I gotta say.
Let's hope. I'll keep you in my prayers and we'll keep watching. I've been sharing your link, so anytime you can get that out, I'll share it for you.
Thank you.
The other thing I will say to you before I go is, I guess now that you want me to help you out a little bit here behind the scenes a little bit, I can do that. Let's get your wrestling school started. Let's figure out a way to get you online, man, because I know it's a tough sell, but I think we can do it. I think you have enough knowledge that you have enough trainers and whatever you have going on. Please, anybody that's out there, Big Money Dodge has a training school that he's launching. Is it in Pullman?
It's in Pullman, Washington.
In Pullman, Washington. So anybody that's in like Idaho, Eastern Oregon, parts of Montana, if you're looking to get into a pro wrestling school anywhere basically, but if you're in that area, hit him up. He's a good dude, and it looks like to me, you know, he's got all of his contact info there. So go ahead and hit him up. I really think that he's going to change the game in a different way. You know what they say,
And
when it rains,
I
it
do have
pours.
a question for you too, sir.
Yes, sir.
I would be honored to have you as one of our trainers, possibly, if you
What was
would
that?
be willing to.
Say that again.
Become one of our trainers for our online classes.
Like rep trainer or like trainer? What are we talking?
Basically, teaching them what they're going to be getting themselves into, both referee as a wrestler, all just your knowledge would just be immaculate.
My knowledge.
Honored.
Okay. And I, like I said, I teach different. I'm gonna teach etiquette too for you.
We need that.
Mikey, quit going off on the Combat Pro Wrestling page while you're on the air. I love you, but quit turning the Combat Pro Wrestling page into a tizzy. Damn it! If I'm gonna produce, I gotta make sure you can eat. So yes. So one last plug for you guys. One last plug. Anything you want to plug before I go off? You want me to plug? I'm willing to before I go off.
Well, one thing to Mikey really quick. When talking about the compound, I said this to you online. I'm going to say it to you on air. If you could do it, sign up for the compound. I think it would be a great thing for you to sign up for.
I agree with Nate. I agree with Nate.
You can learn a lot.
Our very first trainer is actually a 20-plus year vet that actually wrestled and beat Rey Mysterio Jr. twice.
That's a hell of an accomplishment. Beat Rey Mysterio.
So cow crazy. Year vet that actually wrestled and beat Rey Mysterio Jr.
I don't know what that is, but anyway, moving forward, we want to thank T-Rex again. And, you know, thank you, T-Rex, for everything you've done for this industry.
Thank you very much.
Is amazing. I don't think anybody else is going to touch it. Mikey, man, you're in great hands. Listen to, I can officially say this now, listen to the Hall of Famer. He knows what he's doing.
And don't give up, Mikey. And don't ignore the haters.
Don't give up. Nathan, I'm proud of you for finally burying the hatchet with Mr. Mike.
Okay, gentlemen. Like I said, it was fun, and I'll leave Michael with one more piece of advice, and all of you gentlemen, one more piece of advice. Make sure you have your pet spayed or neutered, and until then, I'll see you all later.
You just got a stole.
I had to. Ever since I heard that from Tony, I had to do it. But no, I'll leave you. I will leave you with a future nugget. To all you gentlemen, thank you for your 100th. I'm glad I was your guest. And to each and every one of you, I wish nothing but the best. Mr. 15,000, Mr. T-Rex, I'm out.
See you later, T.
Later, buddy.
You guys stole my Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And he knew how to count to 3. I'm shocked.
No, me and T's been going. We know each other for 20 years, like with Nate. So it's like, I knew he would do one more ribbon on me.
Yep.
Hey, Mikey, I wish you the best, brother. Don't give up. And just fuck the haters. If you know, you do you. You keep up the amazing work in this business, you'll go far.
That's
And
what
I
I'm
wanna
working on.
thank
keep it up,
everybody
Blue, bro.
again, and we'll see you tonight at 6. Tony, you realize we're still live, right?
Tony.
We're oh.
I'm your number one.
No, I'm number one.
Hey,
So
don't
since we're
push it,
live,
kid.
Mike, what do you think about joining the clubhouse?
If I can make this, then I'll be good.
It's only
But right now,
$25 a session, and you're getting more knowledge on top of your training.
because right now I just got back from California and that killed me.
Well, that's what California
No,
does.
not California,
best.
Nevada.
Well, that's what California does best.
No, Nevada does best, actually.
All right, I'm back. Now we're trying to figure out how to get Cheyenne back home now. She lost her game and they're not playing tomorrow. So.
Okay, do you want me to end the broadcast?
Sorry. We'll see you guys tomorrow.